Dr. Ganya, as she talked about the same research that she had done with the TF collagen product and looking at telomeres. So we utilized her again to do the same kind of research with gold factor that she did for us with transfer factor collagen. And we saw the same kind of results. But before we get into those, let's do just a quick little reminder of what telomeres are. So over on this slide, you can see a chromosome. This is your genetic material maintained in the nucleus of your cell. And at the end of that chromosome, you see those little red caps. Those are telomeres. This is the way that your body protects its genetic information. When you're young, brand new baby, those telomeres are very long. They're there to protect. Each time the cell divides, they get shortened just a little bit. Now, each cell in your body, depending on what it is, may divide 50 to maybe 70 times within its lifetime. And then those telomeres are so short, it can no longer protect the genetic material, and the cell becomes dormant or enters into a programmed death and is replaced by newer cells. As that adds up over time, chances are that telomere length is, well, not chances, but it's very, very tightly tied to longevity and youthfulness. The shorter your telomeres, the older you are. And that's a good way to judge age, right? And there's a number of things, both in lifestyle and diet, that can affect how quickly those shorten, and to some degree, the overall length of it. And again, this is a study we did with the TF collagen, repeated here with gold factor. And we'll show you the results from it. So there's an enzyme that's called telomerase. And you kind of see it depicted here as that kind of gray factory. In this enzyme, its job is to add to those telomeres. Now, there's a number of things that age-wise get in the way of it doing that job, but it's there to kind of help lengthen those telomeres and try to maintain the length of them as best it can. And increased activity in this enzyme is associated with either decreased shortening or, in some cases, even lengthening of the telomeres. So essentially prolonging the life of a cell. And so in this assay, that's what we looked at, was the telomerase activity. And you can see over on the left-hand side here, the gold factor did an excellent job in helping to increase the activity of telomerase. Now the wording here says passage. Really what that means is each individual cell division. So you can think of it in a sense as generations. So we've gone through 15 generations, 15 divisions of this particular cell, and each time you can see an increase in the telomerase activity. So as the cells are getting older and the more times they've divided, the more telomerase activity is taking place. And you look in comparison to the untreated one, there is a tendency to decrease in this case. So the telomerase activity is actually decreasing with age, which is what you typically see. So to see something as dramatic as the gold factor showing that very distinct increase is pretty good evidence of the benefits there. We also took and did this same test in comparing some competition. Looked at two different kind of very popular longevity products and seeing how they compared to gold factor. Again, on the far right is our no treatment control, and you see that decrease as the cells age. And then kind of in the middle there, just to the right, the gold factor ones, you can see that it did the best out of all three of those in stimulating the telomerase activity, and again, showing an increase with each division. So very good stuff there. You've got some products that have been on the market for a long time and been talking about longevity and telomeres for years, and yet the gold factor is at least as good as those, and in reality, just a bit better. And so that gives you a really quick rundown of gold factor and some of the research we've done behind it. Really good product, a really great one. And again, it's a little bit of a side piece for us. That's not the best way to put it, but a bit of a diversion from the way the immune system focus we've had. But as David Lisenby came across this years ago, and we've been looking at it and talking with the company that has the technology to do it, just something we couldn't pass up. It is a very good complement to what we offer in the rest of the products, and with NAD and the benefits there, it really is impacting every cell in your body. And just like transfer factor is a body wide product, so is gold factor. And these are great products to take together to maintain your overall health and well being.